So how would you like to know the secret metric that I use for my Amazon advertising campaigns to evaluate performance? It's not shown on the reports that Amazon gives you, but I'm going to share it with you right now. My name is Ian Lamont. I've been a professional seller for a number of years on Amazon. I've been using Amazon advertising for about 8 years for my 2 brands. And there's a metric I use on my PPC campaigns that really make it clear whether or not the campaign is successful. And it's not ACoS, it's not ROAS, it's not any of the metrics that Amazon will let you see directly when you scroll through your reports, or even when you customize the columns, like all of these data, like video min point or these top of search impression share. I don't really pay a lot of attention to most of those metrics at all. But what I do is I pay attention to a metric that I call spend per sale. This is one of my spreadsheets that I use to calculate it. But basically, it takes the spend you have for a particular campaign. So in this first one right here, it's $170, and then you divide it by the number of orders that you have. And by the way, for my products, most of the time, I'm just selling a single product to a single customer. So I'm not getting people ordering multiples of the same product. You can see in this particular case that, let's blow this up a little bit so it's easier to see. So the spend per sale for this particular campaign is $2. That is a really important number for me because I know what the profit level is for that particular item, the dollar figure for that particular item. The other thing I should say is that for all of the products I sell, the profit level will vary quite a bit. So what I'm doing is, first of all, I'm calculating the spend per sale, and then I'm comparing it to the profit level for that particular item. And then I determine whether or not it's going okay. Maybe I need to optimize it further. Maybe I need to monitor it further. Maybe I need to do something else. Maybe I just need to shut off the campaign. Like this particular one here, this one is a $10 spend per sale. So this is over the profit level for those particular items. And that is a big problem. I'm probably going to, actually, I remember this particular campaign. I let it run for a while because it had some pretty unique artwork that I couldn't duplicate in a new campaign. So I let it run for quite a bit, but eventually I turned it off. There's another one down here where the spend per sale is just too much. You can also do this in your head. For instance, look, this is the latest campaign report. And what I often do is when I'm browsing this list, I ignore ACoS. That's just like, I've talked about this before. I think it's a almost completely useless metric to use to evaluate your campaigns. But what I do is I'll go through this. I'll make sure that I'm seeing orders and I'm seeing spend, and I'll just do it in my head. So $70 divided by 14, that's $5 spend per sale. And the profit level for this particular item is more than $5. So that's a profitable campaign. Here's another one down here. You can see that actually this one right here. So 2 orders for $25. So the spend per sale is $12.21. And that is far too much because basically the profit break even for this particular product is $4.50. So I'm losing tons of money on this one. This one is not as bad. It's basically the spend per sale is, let's see here, that's $5 and what would that be? So $5.75 per sale. The profit level for this particular title is about $4.50. So this one is something that I can optimize. I just did that in my head, but of course, as I said before, you can export the data and just calculate it on your own. So that is really the secret metric that I use for my Amazon PPC campaigns. And it's a pretty effective way to evaluate campaigns, whether or not they're working or whether something needs to be optimized. I look at it every time that I open up this console. I'll either export the data or I'll just kind of eyeball it and see if there's any problematic spend per sales on some of my campaigns, and then just take it from there. If this video helped, please take a moment to like it or subscribe on YouTube. Also, if you go to leanmedia.org, it's my official website, click on blog or video. I have tons more free content like this, basically sharing my expertise with other people. There's a link in the show notes, and if you have any questions, just leave a question in the comments area. Talk to you later.